Okay.
Okay, there you are. Hey, so look at this. We're matching colors
We
today.
are kind of. Isn't that something? We are so in sync. You're right.
Now,
And the
how did we manage that?
it's amazing. It's we're psychic. That's why. I'm
We're
teasing.
psycho,
We're
psycho,
psycho.
psycho. Yeah.
Oh, woohoo! Watch out now. Here we come. Here we come, world.
You know, it's crazy this way that happens all the time.
I know. It's too much. Well, I think we left off with the master type of
We did. We
energy.
left off with the light being that
The light being or the master or whatever that was. So,
light. Let's see what continuing on.
yeah, let's see what happens with him. Okay, he is saying he has a question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's feeling like there's a little more mental activity today to me for this particular energy. Anyway, let's see what questions. Something about pride and envy.
Something about what?
Pride
Let me turn
and
this down.
okay.
Pride and what?
Envy.
Envy. Okay. Pride and envy of what?
It sounds like it's not so much for him, but he's just wondering about maybe in trying to help others with that a little bit.
Oh, okay. And helping others with pride and envy. Yeah. Pride and envy, you know, it's not going to benefit anyone to stay in pride and envy. I mean, each has to live their own journey, you know. Just because somebody seems to be higher in one place, in another life, in another experience, they're not, you know. So again, pride and envy just keeps them separated, and it keeps them separated from the whole. Yeah.
And he's getting more still, this energy, as you're speaking. But they try to help on the other side, this particular energy. Like
Yeah,
they say
that's good.
counseling on the
Yeah,
other side.
because you know, yeah, pride full of what? You know, everything in the spiritual thing comes by grace. The more you release and let go, the more grace can work and pull you along. So what is the pride for? And envy, you want something that somebody else has. For what?
Well, right. And that's their understanding that. They just kind of wanted to, I don't know, I guess they have encountered that in either someone they're working with or something that's happening,
Right.
and they just wanted to kind of get a little more clarity on that. And because they understand exactly
Right,
what
how
you're
to work
saying.
with somebody with that, you know. So yeah, you have to see what it is they're so proud of, you know, and what is benefiting them to hold on to that.
Yes, he's saying we should all let go of those things, is what this energy
Right,
is
right.
saying.
And envy, what help is that for them to have envy?
Right, and they're saying to compare two things doesn't make. Why do that to yourself? Two or more
Exactly.
things.
It's
It's
just
just.
keeping you stuck. You know, it's keeping you stuck in an energy that doesn't allow you to move forward.
They're very grateful and really very grateful just to be here in this energy, and they want to bring more light forward wherever they're at. So thank
Oh,
you.
that's perfect. Yeah, we need more work workers, more people, that can help in this side and the other side,
Right.
wherever they are in the universe, this needs to be, there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, and they're saying now you are a counselor for the other side. Well, so are they. So they're a counselor for the
Exactly.
other
I'm
side
so glad
too.
to hear that they're there.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Namaste.
All right. That's good we waited on that one and got clarity on it. Okay, so we've got a lineup. I don't know how many are here, but it looks like quite a few. But we do also have quite a few messages today.
Yes, so the messages make it go quicker, and they're
Yeah.
always interesting to hear. Let
They
me
are.
turn off I've got the TV going behind me, some sort of a.
Yeah, we get more entertainment behind you there,
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I'll just kind of show off the rock and beautiful.
There we go.
Come on, guys.
Here, two little bubblers over there.
Nothing happening really. Okay. Okay, so we got our next energy here. Okay, I'm just seeing an image of someone standing there, and then they're like turning someone away or something, and the other being is sad.
So ask them what's that about.
They shut someone out that they loved.
They shut someone out that's loved?
That they loved. They shut them out, and they're...
Yeah, and why did they shut them out?
Because they're afraid of being vulnerable in that kind of love.
So what is that benefiting? If you shut somebody out because you're afraid of being vulnerable, then where's the love?
Yeah. They're afraid. I'm kind of feeling those two rivers merging, and what they're afraid of that. They're afraid of that kind of powerful love.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing to fear in love.
I'm seeing a very strong current. These two are there's something very strong.
And that's fine. They can be swept away together into the ocean of consciousness. Yeah.
They're afraid of losing
They merge into that one vast ocean.
They're afraid of losing themselves in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing really to lose except for an illusion of separation that's never really been there. Separation in itself is an illusion. So better to let go and go with the flow, so to speak.
Literally, was what's being asked
Literally.
here.
In this case, literally,
Yeah.
let go and go with the flow and merge into that, allow that merging into that ocean of consciousness, and it's just bliss.
Yeah, they're becoming quieter and gentler, and it feels more like a light there. If this is okay, I see them kind of, that's inviting this other energy into that light. Yeah. And I do see that other energy, like they were crying, they had it, tissue, like, oh, and then I see them kind of, oh, maybe, like it's more of a welcoming energy now.
Yeah.
And
so let them open those hearts and totally, be in those rivers of living waters, and let that go ahead and merge into one, fully merge. Yeah,
and it's really beautiful. I actually see two hearts that come together like in a link, and it's it's a really nice image with some light emanating from both. So, and then the other energy that was turned away is feeling more welcomed and starting to come nearer to that. So it's a nice image. Yeah.
Right. Right. So there's nothing to fear in that love, and nothing is going to be lost, It's going to be a coming together and into that singular essence. Yeah.
And I am hearing heart mantra for both of us? Question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Yay.
fine.
Yay, that'll help. They're galloping along. Okay.
There you go. Go with the flow.
Yeah. Oopsie. There goes my computer down.
Oops.
Going with the flow, literally. Okay,
Yeah.
so next. They seem like a happy couple now, or at least there's that potential there, so we'll see. Okay, so here's our new. Okay, so what I'm kind of seeing an image of a cave, and you know how they have, I don't know what they're called, stalagmites, or I don't know the names that come down, pointy.
Right.
And I see something being pricked on that, like in some blood being drawn. So let's see what that's about.
Yeah. It's an odd image.
It is odd. They're feeling, it's hearing a little bit like they're feeling like they're being cut in that way. Which doesn't feel like a good way.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of gashes, cuts on them.
See if we can find out a little bit more what that's about, those gashes and cuts.
Some kind of warring army-like energy.
Okay.
Physically.
Warrior.
Physical, I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Some kind of warrior.
Or physical. Or battle. From a battle.
Exactly.
So what is it we can help you with? What did you come to seek or ask?
Well, I'm just hearing right away, are some things worth fighting for like that?
Are some things worth fighting for? Yes. Yeah.
With violence?
Nothing dies. Nothing dies. Of course, it's much better if one can do things without violence, of course. Of course. But when it comes to a point of, that which is against the light fighting, then sometimes one has to take a stand. They can go through and look at the Bhagavad Gita, and it will talk about that. That if you're a warrior, sometimes you will be compelled to fight. Yeah, it's the nature of it.
Right, and that is a little of what I'm hearing is, if they are, I guess the reason for it, I'm not hearing as much as, let's say that they're on one side and that's part of something that they almost need to do as their duty. Whether
right.
it's, and then if
right.
they go
and
against
if that's their duty and that's what they came in for, then they will be compelled one way or another to go forward and complete that duty, right?
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason. Sometimes it's a lesson that one is there to learn, that one does have to stand up for some things,
Okay, he still has all these wounds and these gashes on his body.
Yeah, so he's done that play and he's gone through that, and there's no reason to carry those wounds and gashes any longer. He's out of the physical form. Those can be healed immediately. He just needs to let go of that.
Okay, I do see a muscular man, well built he's got something on his body, some kind of leather for his, fighting or whatever. And I see that kind of coming forward. He's bending back. It's kind of, like in But I think what it's doing is kind of dissolving a little bit too.
Yeah.
A young man, he died that way.
A what?
A young man, he
Yeah,
did. He did die in battle.
Yeah, died in the midst of the battle.
Yeah, he died in
From
battle.
Ancient times.
Yeah,
From ancient times.
yeah, he died in
Like
battle
Roman or something
with a
like that.
horse, and he had all that kind of thing. I think.
Right, like Roman or
Yeah.
Alexander during those times. It was quite some time ago. So yeah, no, he needs to let that go, and he can go on to another experience, and can then, now go into an experience of doing it, instead of that warrior way, to go through a much more gentle way.
That's what I'm seeing in his hand, a rose, more like he wants to go in a softer direction.
Right. And he can choose that. He can choose that this time around, to come in and still continue to hold his values, but to do it in a different way. Yeah, it's another lesson.
Okay. And his picture of that he's sending back, he's very handsome man on a very nice, healthy white horse. And just,
Okay, so
thank you.
that's good. So he's the white horse.
Wounds all gone, and very handsome, healthy guy, and so onward.
And ready to go forward.
Da-da-da-da.
Onward on to the next adventure.
That's right.
Yeah, take a little while to compose, and then he can come back in and the next adventure.
Yeah, maybe his white horse will be waiting for him too. So anyway.
That's it.
Can he get
Charging the knight off the white horse.
That's it. Can he get the
Knight
COS?
on the white horse, yeah. Huh?
Is it okay if he has the COS?
Oh, yes, he may have the COS, of course.
Well, him and his horse are happy now.
Oh, good.
Both him and his horse are very grateful. Okay, anyway. They both might listen to it. I don't know. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? It's good.
Horses
It's
will
good for
enjoy it, I'm
animals.
sure.
It's good for animals. The COS. And
Exactly.
plants, by the way. Plants thrive from it too.
I'm sure Miss Ronnie soaked it up when she was here. For sure.
Absolutely. It's all living things do. My plant got a little perkier around it. So, okay.
Absolutely.
All consciousness, really. So, anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, so here we go with our next interesting one. You never know.
Never know.
Okay, so in my mind, I'm just seeing the same heart outlined.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a bit of a crack in it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. They're very sad about something.
Right. What's this heartbreak about?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's heartbroken.
exactly. Okay, it's not a love lost. It's something they did or didn't do. So I've gotten that much down. Something they did. Now let's see what that is. Some accident, maybe,
Okay.
with the child. Some kind of accident happened. It wasn't their fault, but it sounds like they've taken it on.
Right. And they take that burden on. So why are you taking that burden on if it's an accident?
Well, they keep thinking maybe it was their fault, even though it was an accident.
Were they impaired in some way?
Somehow the child was hurt.
Right. But were they impaired? Were they drinking? Were they on drugs?
Oh, were they? I see. Were they
something
impaired?
on with them?
No. I'm feeling like maybe they dropped
No.
a child or something like that happened
Or
accidentally.
they dropped the child or something?
Yeah, maybe a young baby or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
And something happened to the child.
A head injury or something.
Head injury. Those accidents are not always accidents. Sometimes it's something that that child needs to go through or experience. Sometimes those things happen. So I would say for the spirit to, we're going to call in the spirit of the child that was there so that they can let them know.
Yeah, that's young child, baby energy, I guess, there. And they're fine. I mean, they're just kind of, they're still young like that, a baby, but
Right.
they're fine. I mean, they're not at all blaming, or is that what you mean? I mean, I'm not feeling.
Right.
I think they were so young, they really hadn't formed a lot of, you know,
Right.
this is and that's and all these things. So they're really
Right.
kind
So
of in that
they
same.
probably passed from it.
Uh,
They passed from it, and
but,
so they need to see that the baby is quite fine on this, you know, quite fine now,
yeah, they lived a
and
little
they'll
while
go
longer,
forward
and
to
then,
another birth.
yeah, that's it exactly. I think it sounds like they maybe have lived a little while longer, but they did pass eventually, and they're still young. But they're still in that kind of
Right.
neutral state, like nothing's really affected them in that
Right. Right. And
way.
that's what they need to see. Nothing has affected that energy in that child,
No,
and that child will go forward to have another birth. And it's,
absolutely.
it was, it's an accident. It's an accident, and it's nothing that they need to take on. If they had done it on purpose, that's another story.
Yeah, I'm not hearing that, and they weren't impaired at the time. So, that does happen with young children. There's accidents,
Right. It's
you know?
exactly. Things happen.
But that baby is not affected. I don't feel it, and
No,
like you say, there'll be another chance, and they won't even remember it. They won't be touched by it in a negative way at all.
exactly.
It's
Exactly.
fine.
Exactly. So this one needs to let go of the guilt. Needs to let go of the guilt with that.
And I am seeing some flowers coming from the heart. I mean, it's becoming more red, more, red looking, not
Yeah,
just
because if they let go of the guilt of it, then they're not holding that child's spirit back from going.
that. There you go, too. Excellent. And,
Yeah, that
they,
guilt can hold them back as well.
and they are crying when you said that is like a release. Like, that's a way that they can love
Yeah,
them, is to let them go, too.
exactly.
So, a
Let
way
them
that,
go and let them go on to have the rebirth, and then she will also get to take another birth and continue forward. Yeah.
yeah. And I do see her just holding some flowers in her hands as thank you. And very grateful that baby she felt was it's a part of her.
Right.
It's a part of her, and it still can be with that love, but to
Right.
yeah.
They can go forward and have another birth, another, corporeal form, and they can still be together again. I mean, you tend to reincarnate with a lot of the same people. You have a lot of the same experiences in a lot of different ways.
For better or for worse. For good and bad. No, just teasing. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
next
that's
slide.
okay. And they got another. There's definitely another opportunity and chance, and not to worry about that baby. That
For sure.
baby is quite fine and on his or her own journey. So very good. Okay, good. She's okay.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Okay. A black one, a dark one.
Hmm.
Okay, I just see that stone in my mind with kind of a dark aura around it. Not
Hmm.
negative feeling, but seeing
And what is that darkness about?
strength. They're saying
What? Strength?
They're saying strength.
Strength. And why do they think that dark is strength?
Power. That's what they're saying. But let's see why. They're saying because it's like the earth.
Okay. It's like the earth. Okay.
Okay, so what questions do you have for us today?
So what is it we can help with?
More strength and power.
Yeah, it's ego-based.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. This is one that wants to think they can control everything, and they're not in the best thing. They're not, are they open to the light?
No. They're saying no, but let's...
Yeah, I didn't think that.
They're not. They want some more powers. They want more of that.
Yeah, no, we're not going to help with that because what they're doing is self-deceiving themselves. They're just deceiving themselves to think they will get anything by powers. The more powers they think they have, the more they are separating themselves from God and thinking they're the one in control. And that, that's not real power. That's not real power. They have an illusion of power.
Yeah, they're trying to put out more of that darkness, and it's just...
Yeah, they have an illusion of power.
They're pushing with all their might to bring out more of that, themselves as that power, and it's just...
Okay.
I think it's time to go. It's time to go.
I'm going to give him a little demonstration of how much power he thinks he has. Okay? Hold him for a second. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You can't go. You don't like that? No, you don't like that at all.
There.
Okay.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, he wants to go. But now, how much power do you have? Do you have any power? No, you don't. You have no power. Now, do you think the dark is more powerful than the light? No.
Yeah, I was hearing no.
Yeah, no.
And that's exactly what I heard.
So
was no.
Okay, you can go ahead and let him down for a minute. Yeah, go ahead and put him down for a minute.
Okay, he's down.
Now, you can either choose to go on your way, or you can be ready to bow and open to the light, the God light.
I'm seeing an image of someone bowing. It is still dark, but
yeah,
they're saying they bow.
But he's open to the light.
Exactly,
his way
he is.
Is not the way.
He's open
he
now.
He needed a little quick demonstration that is not the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's saying he's open. So let's see.
Yeah. So we asked that the Christ light would come to him, and that he can do the that I am, the I am that I am, and find that still place of God within him and release the ego drama, so he can see the fallacy of it. I'm sure he will see that Christ has much more energy than he does, and Christ came from sacrifice and from laying that down. So the true knowledge and power comes, and it has nothing to do with ego. Ego separates one from that, and they have an illusion of power for a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I do see an image of someone on their knees, bowing low, and then Christ is there. They definitely are bowing low.
Mm-hmm.
Almost shaking, like.
Yeah, of course, because that's going to be terrifying to that dark.
They're scared.
That light is terrifying to that dark.
Yeah,
but they have to see there's nothing to fear. They've lived in fear and self-protection and thinking that they are the power for so long that to relinquish that can be terrifying. But there's nothing to fear in that.
Yeah, they're trembling. They're having a hard time looking up at that light presence of
Right,
Christ.
because the light is very hard to look at from that. That vibration is so different. It's very, very difficult to open to that.
Right.
But they have to realize that they will be fine. Yes, it's scary to open to that.
Yeah,
but they will see there is such joy in that when they open to that.
Yeah,
so
really trembling.
Don't have any fear, but open your eyes and look. And allow that to come in and dispel the shadows, dispel the negativity, dispel the illusions, to come to the truth of what it is and what it's not.
Good. And I did see an image of, like him turning, and then he's kind of taken up. He was scared. He was trembling, but he did turn, and then he's kind of taken up into that light. And I'm just seeing a lot more light, and there is... it's definitely, it shifted. Right. Once he turned.
There, whatever is there, I hate to use that word, demonic mind play.
Right.
Christ has no problem with, sending it.
Yeah.
It's gone. Yeah. There's no problem with that. Instant exorcism.
Pretty much. That's exactly what it is.
It's what it is, really. It is.
It is.
Because those mind things they have grow almost a personality of their own. They take on a life of their own.
Right.
And then instead of them thinking they're controlling, they're being controlled by that illusion.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah.
It's
so
much
come
better.
Back to balance now.
I think they're in good hands now. Yeah, they're in good hands now. So we'll go ahead and put them over there. I think. Namaste. They're not saying much right now, so.
Namaste. Welcome on your journey.
Yeah. Okay, so I do see this same rock, and it looks really clear. There's just kind of a black outline of it. And and that image is kind of shifting, moving, changing a little bit.
Right. I think it was just some of that other residual.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's got much more fullness and light there.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, I'm hearing something like they may just have a message.
Okay.
Or no, maybe a question? It's a little tricky to tell. Okay, they do have a question about non-duality.
Okay, what is the question?
Something like, how does that feel, or how does that live in you?
Yeah, it's always present. One separates them by the questioning itself separates one, because all questions and all words come from duality. So what it feels like is when the mind stills and all of that dualistic thing goes, then all one has is that great is, that one, that zero point, which contains all things, which runs like a thread through all things.
Okay.
It's a great vastness, pregnant void.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's, more fluidness with the energy now. It's definitely lighter, and they're just saying Thank you. So it's not, that's really all they needed right now. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Little one. Little pink.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, they're saying something about singe my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm. They're a goddess of love in heaven? I don't know. Kind of.
Mm-hmm. They're a goddess in love and heaven. Okay. Did they have a question or a message?
I'm just seeing a lot of kind of angelic images and, like you see in those cathedrals, the churches with those beautiful imagery and stuff. Sounding like maybe they just wanted to reflect some imagery.
Okay.
Goddess heaven, dispelling illusion,
Right.
lighting the way, that kind of thing. So with this imagery, which is very nice, it's got a lot of light, and you see Mary, the halo and the angels and all that. So
Right.
I think that's
With Mary and the halos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those that are attached to Mary and things that she will. In other words, she will be there to aid with their journeys if they open themselves to that fully in that love. If they open their heart fully in love, that she can come in and aid with them.
Yeah, and as you're speaking, I'm seeing these big open arms, like with light. So yes, inviting that,
Yes.
to come forward and keep walking to that light.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right, pushing there with that imagery, I'm seeing that if they open their hearts to Marie and they do it in absolute love and thinks that he will be there to usher them forward.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's very nice, because as you're speaking, I do see those arms opening wide, and like that's the pathway. It's very nice. So great. Well, thank you so much for that message.
Thank you for everything.
Messages are nice.
Yes. We have a Mary back there.
Yeah, we sure do. That's a great one. We've got a few in here.
We have a few Mary.
Got a few.
There.
Nice imagery. Yeah, it seems like it's more Mary imagery of the, that kind of imagery with the rosary and the.
Right, and I'm feeling that maybe for some that Christ is too difficult for them to approach, that they need more of that motherly type of a soft thing. Not that Christ is not soft.
Yeah, no, I hear.
But for some, maybe we could have that more of that motherly thing, or I think that for whatever reason that they can't come to Christ directly, and it's fine. They can come to Mary.
And that's the imagery that's being reflected again, is the Mother Mary kind of image, and it's lovely. I mean, it's definitely a lovely image.
I wonder what she has to say about praying the rosary.
This particular energy?
Yeah, Mary, the Mary energy, the Mary that was there before. I wonder if we can connect with what she has to say about praying the rosary.
Oh. Yeah, I'm hearing that there's...
beneficial is that?
What I'm hearing is that it is, because as you're speaking, I'm seeing some roses being reflected.
But it's beneficial for people to continue to do that. Yeah, Hail Mary, full of grace, blessed art thou among children, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Jesus, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death.
Let me see.
But how beneficial is it for them to continue to call themselves sinners?
It's saying, at least that energy I'm feeling, that needs to be dispelled, that feeling as if you're a sinner.
Right.
And that's too, and I guess even with that is supposed to be, it's more like an energy to break through that of...
Right, right. I could see them doing the rosary if they left out the word sinners.
Right, and I just see that, what I see when, that's the energy of sinner, I'm seeing it coming broken into light. Like that's not to be clung to as an identity, or a label or something.
Right. So, Hail Mary, full of grace, blessed art thou among children, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus, Holy Mother Mary of God, pray for us now and at the hour of our death. That would be much more.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything back. Like I say, I don't think that's not meant to be, I think, what people have taken it for, as much as, that kind of action is meant to dispel that energy, if you're doing the rosary and things.
Yeah.
But I can see people twist it like that.
I can see people, I'm a sinner, and therefore I need you to pray for me. I need you to pray for me because I'm a sinner and I'm so low and I'm so, that sometimes that could be kind of in a way self-defeating. I mean, it's okay if they can surrender wholly in love.
Well, that's what I'm feeling.
Right. If they can surrender wholly in love, then I can see where it would be beneficial. But if they're using it as a way out of fear-based, you need to pray for me because otherwise I'm,
Right, and I think that's the thing. If you have the wrong, you don't have that open heart. If there is fear, like in anything, can get twisted. But at least my feeling is that prayer in itself is not meant that way. It's meant to, like you were saying, open and surrender and love, to melt away any of those identifications. That's what it's, if it's done with surrender and an open heart. And eventually that prayer will vanish, that'll vanish. And, leaving the roses, I guess, or the perfume of life. It's just, just, again, that's just my sense of what I'm getting now. I'm seeing roses, like it's meant to bloom, help to bloom. Yeah.
It's meant to bloom.
Yeah. It can be tricky though. Tricky business, that stuff. Ooh. Okay. So, next, get a linga. Okay, I'm just hearing darkness to light.
Mm-hmm.
That's the path of Kundalini.
And what about darkness to light?
They're saying that's the path of Kundalini, question mark.
Mm-hmm. It is, I wouldn't say darkness, I would say the illusion to light, to the truth, breaking through the illusions that holds, it goes through all the layers of consciousness and challenges all the belief systems and breaks through to the truth. Pulls one along into that absolute point of non-duality. And discovering the Pada Brahman or God, whichever you wish to call that energy that is the seed for all.
Okay, so they're just nice and quiet now. Yeah, they're just feeling nice and still now. So, what
So
to
I
do?
think that one might want to. Do they want to stay for a while in the crystal cave and just kind of sit with that for a while?
They want to go on the second shelf.
On the second shelf, yeah, they can go in the second shelf.
And be there.
They can sit for a while and just kind of ruminate on that.
I guess they, Oh, that's funny. They're choosing their own rooms here, where they want to go and everything.
Yeah, I want the second room.
No,
Okay,
I take the second shelf. That's funny. Okay. Crystal Cave sounds nice too, but could I go on the second shelf? Okay, so here we go.
Must have some buddies up there.
Must have some what?
They must have some buddies up there hanging out.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. We can't say.
It's a second shelf crowd.
Exactly. Okay, so next one. Okay, I'm seeing someone eating like a really big, thick sandwich.
Okay.
One of those you can barely open your mouth and get a bite out of. Yeah.
Or something.
Just a stacked thing, layers of meat and all sorts of things on that sandwich, and it's dripping down. And okay, so that just, yeah. Ooh. They want to get to the substance like that.
Oh, okay.
Just to the meat of it.
I want the meat of it.
And just take a big bite out of it rather than, the little fluffy fluffs.
Exactly. I don't want to stay on the edges. I want the meat.
Yeah, they want to get to the grit, and take a big bite of it. So.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's see what else about them. Now I'm seeing a picture of a cook, like a chef, and they're saying, cook me up.
Yeah.
They just want to be.
Yeah, they want to get to realization.
Yeah, exactly.
I want the heart of truth, the meat of it.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't want the appetizer. I want the full meal.
That's it, exactly. Main
so
course.
I would say for that one, they can have the COS and the morning mantras as well.
Nice, lucky guys.
They want to be cooked. We'll let them be cooked.
And that's being transmitted there to them, so and off they go. Okay. So funny imagery, but it made sense for what they were trying to convey.
Oh my God! When you said in the bite, I got the meat of it.
Totally.
I want the down and
Totally.
substance. I want the full thing.
Made me hungry now. So okay.
I know, me too.
I'm hungry now. Okay, so let's see what's next. Now, this one is saying, I want a bite of that sandwich. Everyone hungry now. So. Okay, they're saying they're tangled up Tangled up. How to untangle. There, do they, let's see what's, why they're so tangled
Right.
in intellectual understandings. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, like the donkey bearing books.
Right. That's right.
Big burden.
Yeah.
Doesn't get a lot out of it. Yeah. Intellectual knowledge only goes so far. So I would say for that one to start with the that I am and the I am that I am, and just sit in quietude and begin to observe and open the mind and let go of all the belief systems. Yeah. I'd say to make them have the CO and that will help to open to the lean so that they can start to really have those belief systems that they gain challenged.
Did you say they can have the COS? You're kind of cutting out. Did you say they could have the COS?
Yeah, they have the
okay.
COS.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So
They have to see because they need to. The Kundalini needs to awaken, and they need to go through the process and the layers of consciousness and see how those belief systems are that they've added are not.
yes. Okay, great. Okay, so we'll put them over there. You're cutting out a little bit. I hope that we'll see, but what we can do is move on. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, so all I'm hearing with this one is I resonating in my heart.
Okay. What about did I?
Just keep hearing I.
Hmm?
Lots of eyes. So that's it.
So they can say, what is this I?
Okay, as soon as they started that cut that I.
Right. They know what they are. Okay, so let's find out that they know that they're not.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I exist, but they need to find out what is the part of that existence.
Right, I see. They're getting that, and they're getting.
And it's not that way they're taking to be.
Yeah, so that is penetrating. What is this I? And then there's nice long gaps with stillness. So
Right.
it's
Right.
it's cutting
So
that.
we'll let them continue with that. What is I and that? Well, they know that they exist, but they don't. They come to that point. Well, I know I exist. I. But they need to break. What is that I? And break through that into find the heart of existence rather than that persona of existence.
Yeah, it almost seems like that energy just got cycled, and that's going to cut it and maybe break that last little hold of that circular I. There wasn't other thoughts or images with it. It was just that. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you. Okay. Go on.
I think that people get stuck in that who am I, that thing, and then they get to that point, okay, I exist, there's I exist. So then they have to cut through that, well, what is this?
Yeah,
what is that
sure.
What is that I? And then it kind of breaks through that solidification.
Yeah. And that's what was happening there. It was leaving much more stillness in between that rather than that constant I. Yeah, revolving.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so next. Okay, I do see the same rock with a flower, a nice flower coming from it, kind of floating above it. And okay, I'm hearing that this is more just a message, a reflection, of peace and joy. And that all things that are seen and heard and that kind of things are transient.
Right.
And to not cling to that, because I see that flower fading now. It was there, but now it's gone. And, it doesn't die, but it is gone. So
It's
don't.
transparent, yeah, exactly. Goes through another transformation and energetic change, right?
Right, because I'm seeing now rain's coming, like it could even turn into rain. It could, everything changes in different forms, and don't cling to that imagery of, those reflections really, and stay in the heart, stay in the substance, be grounded, that kind of thing. It's a nice
Terrific message.
Yeah, so thank you.
Absolutely, right.
And they
Thank
are
you for that.
sending a heart for this, so they send a heart and thank you. Oh, okay, very nice. We'll take those. Okay. Okay, they started with Shanti Om.
Shanti Om.
I'm an energetic spirit, full of life. I dance around a lot and sing and play. He's not staying still. I can see that. He's up and moving around, and a lot of high energy, Okay, so yeah.
Kind of bouncing off the wall with
Yeah.
this energy here.
Exactly. A little much. Geez. Okay, so how can we help you today? I'm just saying, in life, you should just dance and play and things. So, let's see if he's seeking the light. Not really. Not really. Not in any
Just wanted to
serious
come and
way.
dance and play for a while.
Yeah. Not in a serious way. I just wonder why he came, to bring he's got some flowers in his hand, and he says, have fun.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy life.
Enjoy life.
it.
There you go,
Yeah.
enjoy.
And enjoy it.
That's where he wants
okay,
to
thank
be,
you
and-
for that.
All right, let me settle down. He was bouncing off the walls. He was one of those. That's exactly him. Exactly.
Just dancing around.
Oh, if that's where you want to be, enjoy. We're not here to change anything. Okay, thanks. Oh, hilarious. Okay.
Eventually we'll be ready to ground a little bit.
It'll tire him out eventually, or someone else out. I don't know.
Yeah. It may be a few more eons, but that's okay. That energy will dissipate a little bit more eventually. So
It's got to wear down. I mean, you can't go through. How many lifetimes can you go through like
it's
that?
like perpetual motion.
Does he sleep? I don't know. Anyway, boy. All right. Here, we'll let him play over there. Okay. So next. Okay, cycle of life, seasons, transformations. they're saying that's like the living yantra that you see, but then the center is the
Right.
emptiness. All that you see is that emanating from that singular point of stillness. And sounds like another message.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing, what I see is a nice image. It's of, it's got the that empty space, and emanating out of that you see mountains, rain, trees,
Right.
people,
This doesn't happen to be
sun.
the one that came through with the yantra question before, was it?
No, someone
Okay.
different. Just wanting to
Okay.
reflect that image of the, it's all a living yantra, I guess. It's all like
Right.
a living
All life
yantra.
is living yantra.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't need to
Yeah.
get
The
something.
yantra is representative of that life system, the way that it works, that interplaying of the energies and the interactions, and it all comes from that one still point. Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly what he's trying to say. So he's kind of saying, so you don't need a picture to look at. It's right here. It's here and
Right.
with life.
Right. You're in the middle of the living
Yeah,
yantra.
that's perfect. That's exactly what he's trying to. And
You're
he's
one
saying
connecting
yes.
point in the yantra.
So he's saying yes. He's very happy that was conveyed right. He's quite happy with that, and he just wanted to give that message. So
Thank you for that.
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, for those that are into the yantra and things, that would be a nice message for
Yeah,
them to have with the yantra and things. Yeah.
that it's right where you're at. Okay, get this other little pointy one.
Mm-hmm.
Here he is. Okay. He's saying, take my heart and do with it what you will.
Okay.
It's all
That's
yours.
nice.
Take it. Do with it what
Take
you what
it.
you will.
Yeah.
It's yours. Here's my heart.
We'll give it to the COS. Yes, COS.
And I do see some kind of planet like cosmos immediately. They felt that cosmos in the COS. And they're saying, thank you, so grateful. Here's my heart. Oh, okay. Anyway. Go. You can keep your heart, and here's the COS, okay?
Yes, yes. We're not going to take it from you.
No. I think he was a little nervous you might, but he was willing to give it, which was sweet. Okay, so.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what comes here. Okay, they have a lover.
You got what?
They have a lover.
Oh, they have a lover.
Yeah. Let's see what else. We love to love. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Okay, I can see him embracing and that kind of thing, mingling of energies. We're lovers. We're lovers in the moonlight. We're lovers in the sunshine. We're lovers in the snowfall and the rain. They love, 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 love. We love to love. We love to smooch. They're starting, we love to smooch, and that's enough. So let's see. I'm teasing.
So let's get to the heart of the matter here.
We get it. I think we get it. Anyway. Okay, so what?
They're syrupy, sticky, sweet, and good love.
They just love to love. We're lovers. In the moonlight, they want to keep saying and going on the glistening sands. By the buttercups, by the lake, by the rocks, near the bubbling streams we love.
Well, they've been active, we'll say that.
I don't know, man. This is okay. I think we get it. Anyway,
Mercy.
okay. So, lovers, what do you have to say to us today? We just love to love. Is there anything else? That's really just their message. So, anyway,
That's their message, just love to love.
and it's people love each other. Love each other.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much.
Love is a good thing. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, and can they have the COS? They want to share the COS together. They want to share the COS with their love.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, they can share it with their love. Yes.
Yay! They are just loving that.
Love the COS. They can be in the togetherness with the COS. Absolutely.
Okay, that was our soap opera movie today, you know? Get out your popcorn and, you know, it's like one of the Harlequin romances.
I know.
I feel like I had my fill of it and just watching it and listening, okay. It was like I got it all in, okay? Got it all in and more. All right. Okay, let's try to move on to the next thing. Okay. Whew. Next. They liked the lovers. These guys really liked those lovers. Anyway, I think they did send a loving energy throughout somewhere. Some of them, though, are kind of like, why don't I have a lover like that? Anyway, okay, let's try to move here. That's what this one's saying. I wish I had a lover like that. Okay, anyway, let's see. Because they are saying they're lonely. And they want a drink of the cool water of truth. That's what they'd really prefer.
Mm-hmm.
A drink, their mouth is dry and parched from a lot of searching. They would like a nice cool drink of truth. And that's understandable.
Exactly. They can sit by the rivers of living waters, and they can do the Own That I Am, the I Am That I Am, and the COS.
Wow, lucky people, lucky person. Oh, just that. They feel just the weight of all those and the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good for them. I think that's going to keep them busy for a while.
Refresh them, open them, and refresh. Yeah.
Oh, it can't not. Okay, so I'm still laughing at that. Okay, next. We're getting down slowly by slowly. Maybe 6 more after this. But there were a lot of messages towards the end.
Big day today.
I know. I think there were a lot of messages, though, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We've had some messages today. Okay. So I'm just hearing through the cracked dry earth, the flower rises. Okay. A beauty so still. We're getting some poetry today. Okay.
Poetry going today.
Okay. Okay, I'm kind of hearing that they would just like the COS mantra.
Okay.
After that, I was waiting for a whole book of poetry, but that's really it.
That was it. That was the end of the poetry.
Maybe that was...
They could have this COS.
I think that might have been a reflection of that COS, how beautiful it is, maybe. I think that's what they meant by that. Beauty, so then it stops. By the way, can have the COS. Kind of abruptly stopped into the COS. I was kind of starting to well up with tears, and then, oh, by the way, can have the COS. It's just stopped. Okay. Okay.
Oh, mercy, never a dull
Now
moment
we're
with
starting to
this.
get silly, so we got to get through this crap, the lineup here somehow. You start getting a little giddy. And that sandwich
Yeah.
is still in my head. I'm hungry. Okay, so anyway.
I know, me too.
Okay, so let's see. I'm trying not to laugh, but they're saying they're a tender sprout of a spirit.
Okay.
I'm just going to get silly now. I'm going to try to get through this. I see a little.
Okay, Sprout. What are you here for, Sprout?
I see a little sprout coming out of the earth.
And a Sprout.
Little tender sprout. Okay. They would like the COS as well. No.
Okay, they may have the COS.
Okay, so that
So
was
that's-
quick
that's
and
safe.
easy. Quick and easy. Okay. So they're saying I'm a big bear of a burly energy.
Okay. Go from the tender Sprout to the big burly bear.
Okay, we're seeing, and then we got this. We got this
Oh,
linger.
yeah.
So those come in a lot in that one. They'll come. They're a big burly bear of energy.
Okay, so what's Burly Bear have to say today?
I want to see if they're a cuddly bear or they are a cuddly bear. Okay, good. That's good to know. Yeah, I could see this energy is big, and it's there.
Guy.
Yeah. But I see a heart in there. He's got heart though. Okay, so kind of like a gentle giant type, I think.
Right. He's a gentle giant.
Okay, he is, and people really love him like that. Teddy bear type. But anyway. Okay, so what can we do for you today? I kind of see a mountain coming in, like they want to be, I guess, have that kind of energy, that mountain energy.
Mm-hmm.
See if they've done any searching or something about a bodhisattva vow. I don't know if this,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
maybe they took that. They took that
They
at
took
some.
the Bodhisattva.
Well, that was something they were drawn to. I mean, you wouldn't always equate it with a big burly bear of a thing, but
Why not?
they're drawn to it or something, that bodhisattva kind of energy. So, they are male.
Right. That energy to keep coming back and aiding humanity. Yeah. Keep coming back into existence to aid humanity.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, and as you're speaking, they kind of say, I don't know about keep coming back. They're saying,
Well, then he doesn't want the Bodhisattva vow.
then that's not
Like
the
what I'm thinking.
bodhisattva vow. If you want to just help humanity, that's another thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're kind of rethinking that.
The Bodhisattva vow then.
Yeah, they're kind of rethinking that vow. Like maybe that doesn't sound so great.
Exactly. They want to rethink.
But they are wanting to devote themselves to humanity and helping, all of the planet. So,
Yeah. Usually Bodhisattvas keep coming back in and coming back in.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna.
There's no problem with them doing that. So what can we help him with?
They're just kind of sitting there so heavy, kind of this big. I wonder, kind
Okay,
of,
then maybe we
kind
should
of
do
a little
this
like a
anyway.
lump, a little like a
The
lump.
completion of that, that energy, it's the completion of that Buddhist,
Yeah, good.
so they can
Right.
go ahead and do the COS mantra.
That's true. That's in there, which would be so nice for them.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
really feel like they're almost, and I'm tall. I feel like they would overshadow me. And they really feel big. But it's going into this big energy, the COS, and it's resonating in there. Can feel their heart shining. This big giant thing. Oh.
Yeah, even if they don't want to do the whole COS, they can do the mantra part of it, and that
Okay,
would
good.
be really
Perfect.
great for them.
I think that's great, and they're just saying thank you. So, okay.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. I'm not kidding.
From the little bitty sprout,
Yeah.
tiny sprout, to the big
I know.
burly.
You just never know. You could tell he was so sweet, though. Okay, so there we go. Man, you just don't know. Okay, they just have a message of heart and love and light.
Mhm.
To be peaceful and still, especially, well, always, but these coming days, really settle down and
Right.
be still. Listen to the pointings and open the heart, those kinds of things. So it's very nice. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so now's the time to take advantage of these shifts to
Yeah.
really open to that and open to moving forward for sure.
Right. I think that's pretty good. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, they're okay now. They're fine. So thank you. That was straightforward compared to
It
some
was straight
down the
just,
line.
open up the practices and move
Yeah.
forward.
And that's the bottom line. So we really appreciate that. And there's this one here and then 3 more. So I'm hearing I came from Colorado Springs.
Okay.
The mountains are there, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where I was born, and that's where I died.
Okay.
So let's see what else.
That's very matter of fact.
Good to know. It's kind of, we're getting their little scenario: born, what date, died, what date. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm just going to put out what I'm feeling. Is they're kind of feeling that terrain there of the mountains and the blue sky, and all that terrain is in them, like in their own heart.
Right.
They've carried that, and it doesn't, not bad at all. I mean, it sounds like they're a really outdoor person, and I can just feel the mountains and that blue sky. It's really nice. Okay, Rocky Mountains, I guess. Is that? Yeah. Okay, so, and I see a person up on those mountains. Okay, so how can we help you today? Wants to be a knower of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of looking out over the stars with a telescope. He liked to look at the stars and the cosmos.
Okay. Yeah, if he wants to be a knower of Christ, all he has to do is say, knock on the door, and Christ will be there.
He's saying so simple.
Yeah, just knock on the door. Literally, see a door, knock on it, and there will be Christ.
And again, he's turning more into a younger soul.
Mm-hmm.
Still see him with his telescope, but he's a younger soul, It's really kind of sweet.
Yeah.
But Christ is there, and he's definitely there and taking his hand. So it's a beautiful image as usual, and I think he's good. So,
Yep.
good enough? Thank you. Yeah, they just, all of a sudden, they'll be that regular adult, and they'll shrink into this little child. There's something else? Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
It happens. It really happens. They take their hand, and they're good. Okay.
Off it goes.
And off they go. Okay, a couple more after this. Let's see what this one. They need help. So, okay.
They need help.
They
Okay.
need help.
What
We're
kind of
just-
help do they need?
Yeah, really. Hopefully the right kind of help they're here for. To believe. They need help to believe. Where's Antonio? No.
You have to believe. Do you
They
believe?
need to. They want to believe. They need help believing. They're skeptical. They're afraid. They have all those kinds of superstitions, and
Uh-huh.
they want to believe.
So they want to believe. What background do they come from?
Um. Gosh, it's hard for me. I'm getting other little things coming through, and it's hard to tell. What background did you come from? I'm hearing something about magic spells. I don't know.
Magic
Charms and charms.
spells. Okay, charms and stuff like that. Okay, so they don't really have a specific belief.
No, they've just kind of, I think they've just kind of played around with things, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
for
So
protection.
for that one, I would ask again Christ to come forward. Yeah.
You know, I don't see Christ as I usually see him, but it's a very loving light. So just an interesting, a little different feeling, but it's light and they're embracing, and now it's more looking like the usual. It just was intermingled a little. But yeah, it seems quite fine. It's a loving energy light, so it's good. Yeah, so they can be taught how to believe and kind of experience that.
I think you have to approach him in a different way than the usual at first to
Maybe,
get that one to see. Yeah.
yeah, something took place where it took a little bit of shifting until that Christ image emerged. It
Right.
went through a different kind of feeling, I guess. Just different.
Yeah.
Just
Like
different.
maybe coming in more like a little energetic thing first, and then blooming to them seeing the actual Christ.
There you go.
Yeah.
That,
Because if you would have just come that way, we wouldn't have accepted it as easily.
you know, it almost seemed like, and the way that something was on the bodice, like it almost looked ethnic or something, like motherly or ethnic, and then that shifted, maybe a mother kind of thing, and then it shifted to
Yeah.
Christ. So maybe that was more safe at first for him. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, interesting though. Interesting. Yeah. So, okay. Oh boy, the lingas are always interesting. The lingas.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so maybe it sounds at least a feeling a little like they might just have a message.
Okay.
Seeing some rocks with river rocks with water flowing over. And a nice waterfall, and someone taking up the water and putting it on them, and they're saying this is the time of cleansing,
Right.
and it's high.
Rivers of living
Yeah,
waters.
yeah,
Time to bathe in the rivers of living waters. Right.
that's right. And lay it down there. Die to that, or release whatever is holding you back from that, and let it be cleansed completely.
Yeah.
So that's,
Completely.
yes. They're saying it's time. It's this time now. So it's nice.
That's nice. Yeah, so have no fear. Be willing to let go. And, this is really the baptism.
Right.
Into
That's,
the rivers of living waters. And let go of that. Let go of that old belief system. Let go of that old projection. Let go of the illusions and delusions. It's time to surrender all into that. And come up with the real rebirth.
right. And again, I do see a beautiful lotus and beautiful white, clear water running over it. And just as its way of that's the purification, and also saying thank you, and they're understanding what you're saying. So it's really nice. Okay.
Thank you for sharing the message.
This is our last one. Okay. So I'm hearing gates of hell, gates of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
They're going back and forth between those gates.
Okay.
Mental anguish to peace, mental anguish and then peace.
Okay, what's the mental anguish about?
Well, I guess when they're in heaven, they're worried about going back
Back where?
to the anguish.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't need to worry if they let go of it. They're the ones that keep bringing it in themselves. If they've already breached heaven, they're already at the gates of heaven, then they have nothing to fear. They're pulling themselves back out of it.
Yeah. They're becoming much lighter now. And those two gates I'm feeling fading. Like those aren't part of the picture as much. They're just present in that lightness. Those gates are not even
No.
not even like they're not even existing. They're
Right.
they're not there.
Right. You need
so.
to let go of the illusion of that.
Yeah, I mean, you see the gates on this side, but there's this light in between. There's those are more distant, and yeah, so that's not happening. It's better. So
Yeah. So we ask him, just to go ahead and we'll let, again, if he's worried about the gates of heaven and the other, we'll let, again, Christ or Mary, whichever, come to him and aid him. He can enter the light and just step through. He doesn't need to keep himself in kind of purgatory or whatever. It's like a no man's land.
I'm seeing again a little different image with Christ coming in. There was a kind of a dark cloud that's being dispelled. It's turning more gray and kind of circly, like washing away with the presence of that light. A lot of times I'll just see, okay, they're there, but this has some clouds being dispelled.
Yeah, this guy has some stuff that he
Some
needs to let go
issues.
of.
Some issues,
Yes, he's got some little dark entity crap that he's kind of holding on to.
That's exactly what
it's life of its own.
That's what it's
So he
feeling
needs
like.
to dispel that. Yeah.
And that is being worked on, and there's again gray, black to light, so it is being revolving a bit and being worked on with the light, and not fully gone yet. It's usually don't see that, but yeah, there's something that in need of being worked on.
Right, and he's got to understand he can let go of that in an instant. If he just gives it over to Christ, it can be gone in an instant. For what reason does he want to continue to hold this? Christ is there to take that away permanently.
Yeah, it's getting better. It
He's got to
definitely.
let go of it and let him have it. He's got to let go of it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was about. He didn't want to. He was having a hard time releasing that.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, oddly enough, but it happens. People get very familiar with things, and
Right.
it's taking a bit of time. I'm not quite sure. It's not fully.
Yeah, it's like a false identity. One identifies with being ill, or one identifies with this and that. And if I let go of that, who and what will I be now?
Yeah,
That's familiar. That's what I know.
Right.
And it's not beneficial, so he's got to understand and see that's not beneficial. It's holding him back. And the only one that's holding him back is himself. And he has to be willing to give that up to move into that light.
Still some swirly, dark, gray stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's flushing out. It's flushing out now a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's becoming slowly getting better. I think he didn't have that same resistance after a while, Just couldn't hold it.
Can't keep it up.
It's flushing out.
Yeah, you can only keep up that resistance so long against that light.
It's feeling better. I still see a little stream of dark kind of running through, but at least it's fluid. It's kind of running at the bottom. The rest is more light, and but it is like running like a stream, moving out. But there is still a line of some black.
Right. And he's got to understand he has to let it all go. 100%. So he doesn't remanifest that again. All seeds of that have to be gone on.
Yeah, it's still lingering residue.
Mm-hmm.
Still got residue.
Yeah, he's a tough one. He doesn't want to let go of it. Again, he's got to understand, like the Bible said, if you have the faith of a grain of mustard seed, there's nothing that can't be accomplished. But on the other hand, if you have the doubt, like a grain of mustard seed, it can grow and flourish and pull one away. So pick which seed you want to plant, the seed of doubt or the seed of, of truth. Their choice. But you have to be willing to let go of the falsehood and the dark to have the light.
It's a tough cookie, this one, man. Ooh.
Yeah.
Not wanting to really fully. It's definitely a shift
It's
in the energy,
that
but
makes you whole. You have to, be willing to move from doubt to faith.